You want me to go over my slides?
Yeah.
And you want to adjust my title?
Let's start before this. I don't think you need to go through a biography of yourself.
All right.
What you gave today is perfectly appropriate for, talking to high school kids or to your colleagues in college. But for a 12-minute presentation, you could give it a scientific meeting. You don't need that biography information. So you can eliminate that, and it gives you another 30 seconds to a minute when you talk. We can spend more time on a graph or something like that.
So again, just to build off that, do you want us just to say like our name, home university?
No?
So,
Straight to
Brian
the
can introduce
question?
you.
Like you see it today.
Oh.
So you can
Now
just
we'll be
start
having
talking.
David Messo from Northern Essex Community College talking about hemoparasites and chicks.
Start with
All right, you're presenting me. All right, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Spicy.
No, I completely forgot.
So this goes for this slide, and I definitely think for the other slides. I would choose a background that doesn't have that little triangle square thing in the corner.
It bothers you?
No, does it cover like it covers like you have words going into it, and I think it kind of I don't know.
I agree. I think we should focus on the science.
Not just because generate aesthetics.
Yeah. Well, do we want to try?
We can do both.
Okay.
Go science first, and then go to presentation.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, you started off with a question, and you were talking about your question while we were looking at the title. I think it'd be better for the audience if they could actually see the question written out. Where you get the title, and then you go right into the question, and then you explain the question, or we can still read the question.
So you want me to put a title and then have another slide with my question?
I mean, the next slide kind of gets at the question.
No, quite cool. So,
I
okay.
don't know what do you feel about the question.
Well, so
You can have a question as a title.
I think you can have a question as a title.
Can I borrow your pen, Sol? Oh, your pen? Sorry.
There's a couple of philosophies about titles. One of them is that your title should say what it is that you found. So, for example, one option for you, David, might be goals are resistant to blood parasites or something along those lines. So that would be one option. The one thing I thought that could be improved about this particular title is that it requires knowledge of the system,
Yeah.
and we don't have that yet.
Alright.
So I think it's probably better to keep it more general,
Alright.
like, internal parasites in seagulls, mechanism for population decline, question mark. So that was my question was, how come, because we're seeing declines of gulls, right? Isn't there a graph over there somewhere?
Yeah.
I felt like that would be the natural hook for why we should care about this particular system at some point. It could be here, it could be somewhere in the beginning, because the natural inclination would be, so I decided to look at blood parasites and whether or not they're prevalent. Because if they are, perhaps they are contributing to this decline. We don't know, right? That to me, I think, would be a more interesting way of unpacking the story that you might consider. I think this is all good. I really like seeing the wide goals because I think people should justify like their study organisms. We'll have to think about where and when this actually should come in. It could happen. So this actually could be fine, and then your next slide could be, and so we care about goals for XYZ reasons, and they're on the decline. So like that could.
I'd flip that. I'd show that graph. It's a very good idea. Show that graph and say, gulls are declining. Why should you care?
Yeah.
Instead of explaining about goals.
I think either can work, to be honest. So it's what you are most comfortable delivering.
All right, I'll figure it out.
When you're on this slide, I don't know how you guys felt, but I don't think asking the audience like, what do you see about the pictures was relevant at all.
I didn't ask you what you say about the pictures. I
What,
asked
yes,
you
what we know.
what observations you have seen about goals that interest you. Just to lower the tension. Set the mood.
I liked it as someone who teaches
Yes. You made me pay more attention because then I was like, I have to answer something.
That's a stylistic thing.
Yeah, as someone who.
You ordinarily would not do that in a scientific conference, but for this audience, I think
Yeah.
it could be totally appropriate.
Right.
It will be
But just so
appropriate.
you know, like in a like a technical.
Well, you could
conference.
tie it in more like,
Yeah.
at your brief time here, what have you noticed about the goals?
Yeah.
Because the goals are everywhere.
I don't know, I like these pictures,
Yeah.
but if you want to tell us what the impact is in the ecosystem, I guess I'd like to see some sort of a figure showing what that impact is.
A graph.
So the muskrat's relevant, so it's a predator,
Right.
right?
But
I'm not sure how the
playing
marker
raspberry.
is relevant.
Yeah, that's not.
Wait, what?
The drink, the
drink.
goal, and it's funny, but like it doesn't. That's not like.
Okay, it's not accurate, but what that picture says to me is that they're highly adaptable. Yeah. You have to have an open mind. You know?
So- Because they'll drink your margarita.
Alright. Okay.
Well, okay, just think about everything should have a purpose.
Right.
If
Okay.
it doesn't have a purpose, it is distracting your audience,
Yes.
remove it.
Alright.
That's what we're trying to say.
And a dog drinking a green drink is putting all my attention on that picture, not listening to what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the hot dog is the same thing.
That's a hot dog.
Yeah, those are like mutilated chicks.
That looks like
That is a
carrots.
hot dog.
That too, yeah.
Baby carrots.
You don't want the hot dog either? No hot dog?
Well, unless you're saying, so
Unless you
like,
want to emphasize the scavenger aspect.
right, so the way I could see it happening is if like maybe you were thinking about marine debris or something like that, and you could say something along the lines of like, look, they'll eat anything, including margaritas and hot dogs, but
I
this is
said-
also bad because they're eating plastic. That's relevant. In your particular case, I'm not sure if it is.
Okay.
It might not be.
Okay.
You just don't want it to be distracting.
Yes.
Is what you don't want.
Alright, so no hot dog, no gold drink.
It's not about no, it's about making
Make
sure
it-
it's relevant.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I'm just writing my notes, like, I'm just like, oh, maybe I should change it.
I mean, impacting the ecosystem, there are predators, show pictures, okay, that picture's great. What else do they prey on? Chicks.
The fish is interesting
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
I was
delivering
gonna mention
Some of
nutrients.
the things that they.
That's the thing.
Consumers.
Then they're not only are they predators, but they're scavengers.
Alright.
And it shows all the crap that they eat. Not the
Yeah.
martini, but the,
And speaking of crap, how about all their crap?
The crap,
Their crap
The
is
actual-
literally like
they're one.
linking the ocean to this land.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. I just lost my thought of,
that's what this is all about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a whole sentence about that, and I was like, I was gonna say, apex predators, they control most consumers on the island. They influence plants and soil from applewood by suspending and acquiring nutrients
There you
from the sea.
go. Perfect. So instead of a hot dog picture, show a big old crap. You get a picture of some poo in the back.
Birds on the roof.
Orlando.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So why goals? Why do we care? And then next slide. So
About the plant.
I feel you could do this and then population decline. Or do you think
Well,
is the decline for both the herring?
Yeah.
Or no, but this is only. black
This
bass.
is only black bass. So that will be good, yeah. I think it will work out. Good. I can talk about goals, give a little background about goals, and then be like, oh, and goals are fluctuating of the population, they've been fluctuating, and then show a graph about goals.
And one thing, make it clear when you start talking, like this is your study species, because you just started talking about the great black-backed gull, but it wasn't clear. Like you should say this. Like what if you talk about that graph first? You can say, and the species that I'm focusing on is the great black.
You know,
Just a transition, right?
Yeah.
Gotta help your
yeah.
audience a little bit.
Yeah, all of these things I have written down, but I was talking, I was just focusing on finishing that I forgot to say. But yes, I have a part also that in particularly the great black bull because that's the species from Hogan. Yeah, just remember that.
there there's some duplication in this slide that I think you could remove.
Picture?
Again, if you start with the funnel and work your way down, you want to tell us about the goal, you want to know where it's distributed, and that map shows that really nicely, except to make that a little bigger so we can see it. You got the name over on the right, you got the name and the picture on the left. You get rid of the one on the right, that's redundant.
Wait,
The
what?
photograph of you
In the map.
manipulating the bird, that's irrelevant to this particular information set. And the picture down on the right, a big backpack, the same as the one up in front, so you got duplication in photographs, so I don't know what you're trying to tell us there.
Alright.
So if you just have a picture to go
Simplify the slide.
and the distribution, then you can say, okay, it's the largest skull in the world, and I'm gonna look at what's going on in Apido Island. Now you introduce the audience to Apido Island, and then you can give specifics on Apido Island. 78 to 93% in return, and then give us this graph to show that even with that, the backpack population has been steadily declining over the last 5 years.
Okay. So, did I say I catch myself saying and then I was like, I'm saying and I'm like, no, focus, and then that's how I like get confused. But okay, so after this, I'll put the line, the trend, the population.
The population graph.
Alright.
Shouldn't Laren's merits be italicized? Maybe he's gonna keep it there.
Yes.
Do you want me to tell it?
It's proper.
Proper, yeah.
Yes.
Grant.
Also, just something on it.
Style.
Make sure if you're gonna capitalize every word that it's consistent, because like it just like rates of turned outdoor, and then like largest goal in the world. It's just some things are capitalized and don't need to be. So. I'm sorry, I just little
No,
things.
it's fine.
Polishing.
This is all good. I'm just wondering, you guys are judging this thing, and what if I'm not ready for the day of the presentation?
That's why we're doing it 2-3 weeks
3 weeks.
beforehand.
Also, again,
No, you can practice in front of us, just like
I'm not gonna be here.
FaceTime one of us.
Yeah, we can Skype you in.
Yeah.
You
Alright,
can practice it to yourself.
So,
Oh, no.
and designing the slide again, the top picture of the gull is good, but you get rid of the bottom picture, you remove the distribution map right underneath that, give you a lot more room to write, put things down that the audience can read.
okay.
Yeah, generally you want less text, but I think it's okay if it'll help you cue in and remember things. You could have a little bit more. You want to generally shy away from that over time, but on some slides it's okay to do that.
To have more text.
Yeah, because it can kind of make you, like, if you get nervous and forget about things, you can read off of it, which you generally shouldn't do, but it's okay if you do it a little bit.
Okay.
It's a safety net.
Yeah.
That can just-
Like, if you get nervous and you're like, I can't remember, then you can, like, read the bullet point or whatever. As you do this more, you will need that less, but in the beginning, it's okay to do that.
Alright, next slide. Perfect. Are you guys?
I'm looking back, do you ever explain what A, B, and C chick actually is?
I don't know if I mentioned. Yes, I did mention it.
No,
You kind of just say that you draw black as A, I think you kind of just go into it. I think you kind of
So-
assume that people understand what A, B, and C mean.
Alright, yeah.
I don't remember, if you said it,
I
I
don't.
may have missed it.
We can check the video later.
actually I wrote that down. You did not.
Alright.
Because you talk about labeling, but labeling is less important than biological meaning, right? So, and if you do want to point out A, B, and C, you could actually like circle them on, or label them on the photos, make the photos. Like
Put a
you have
little number next to them.
yeah, you put little text boxes, you put ABC on the eggs, and then ABC on the.
But wait,
Alright.
can you go back one slide? Is it the introduction for the goal? Okay. Don't you think, so if this slide is followed by the population decline, doesn't it follow that the next slide should therefore be something about parasites?
Yes. So you don't want me to, so
Well, I actually think you could
merge
yes,
that
yes,
with chicks?
exactly.
Okay.
You've created more room, so you could say blackback bulls also lay 3 chicks. We refer to them as A, B, and C chick.
Yeah, so one bull would be adult, and you give it some information about that, second bull would be chicks, and you give us the labeling, and then if you go to the next slide, we have the chicks. Tell us what the clutch size is, don't just
Yeah.
write it up there, tell us the clutch size, 2 to 3, or
I
something
did,
like
yeah.
that. Give us the data, so we
I
can.
got their clutch size, it's
We'll just
about
put it on the
3
front.
It's just saying like just put it
So
up
we
there
Oh,
instead
put it
of
in there.
like just,
Yeah.
because you're
You
like,
say
oh,
the incubation period, don't write the incubation period, you say 28 to 30
Is the-
days
is-
incubation
I
period.
have a question, is the incubation period relevant, like, if I'm counting the heat bumps, is it relevant to the study really at all? I mean, we know eggs need to be sat on, so, but,
Yeah, you could probably cut it.
because if you're gonna be combining these two slides.
You want to walk the balance, right? Because you want to give everyone enough information that they understand what you did. But you don't want to give them too much because then it's just too much, it's irrelevant, right?
Right.
Because remember, this is all about crafting a story, communicating what you did. The paper will have excruciating detail about the little nitty-gritty.
Exciting, actually.
Sorry, exciting excruciating detail.
So I'm combining the 2 adult and chicks into one, and I'm taking out incubation.
And then on the same slide, we can see that the adults have a really high return rate, but the chicks, not so
Right.
much. And that's,
Yeah,
People think,
maybe
oh, wow, that's
there's
interesting.
a limitation, like maybe,
But this graph don't show chicks.
that graph comes after this combined adult chick.
Yeah, but they don't show chicks, they just show.
it's fine, it's just it's just saying that the population overall is declining, at least here at Fort
All right.
Yeah. And you should be able to get that graph from Kristen.
Yeah, I have the graph.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Can you send it to me?
You want it really?
It's proprietary.
I have it.
for record, yeah, she
Okay.
can send it to me.
All right.
Good.
Capitalized egg and apple.
We move on. All right.
I like this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
this
this was
is
good.
great, and so this will make, if you show that graph before, that title will make more sense, because the way it is, you say factors contributing to trends, and everyone, I was thinking like trends and what, you know? But you could change, you could even here, even once you do put that graph up, you could change it to declines in population.
What, the title?
factors
of it?
contributing to decline in population.
Yeah,
Oh,
so just
okay.
more meaningful. Yeah, but this was very good, very good.
Except it's not interspecific competition we're showing, it's predation.
Oh.
I missed that.
Intra.
Well, is it eating?
Well, actually, yeah.
No,
Is
it's
it both
eating.
wrong?
If it's eating, it's predation, but
It's pretty
What?
much-
Interspecific competition?
intra-specific.
Is that a herringull eating another, or a blackback eating another blackback?
That's a black
It doesn't.
man eating a herringbone.
Oh, then it is
Oh,
inter.
So that's
interspecific-
I use the term correctly,
Oh, it's a blackback eating.
and
They
that.
do kill a dog here.
He's gonna explain,
Oh, sorry.
how, can you tell us how you used it correctly?
Because inter-specific competition is competition amongst 2 different species, right?
Yeah.
And they're fighting for habitat, for nesting habitat, or for resources. And it's called, in this case, this goal is just an equal goal, saying kill it. It was they specialized in killing other goals,
This might be a good point to introduce the cannibalism, I think, because like that's really relevant. We don't really often see bulls eating other.
Yeah, wait.
Wait.
Let's get the terminology right.
So you're right, there's a competition for nesting sites and resources, but that photo depicts predation.
okay?
So either correct the word or find a different photo.
Yeah.
It,
If you want to look at competition, you might be able to find a picture of the blackback chasing or defending or attacking a herringull, and that's competition. Get out of my way, this is my territory. My territory may be better than yours.